All right.
So now it just feels cheap to do the jokes again.
I didn't hear them, so I'm gonna laugh.
They were
Talking
amazing.
about
Jay should hear
singing
them.
Hello from
Let's
Adele
not
to
talk
sing
about
So-
the
so-
fact that I
that's
just
it.
Actually,
didn't start the right stream.
so let's just make it. Let's just take the Little Prince approach. So this was the intro, and the jokes were amazing. The amazing jokes were inside of it. Now let's
Just
keep
imagine
going.
them.
This isn't J.K. Rowling's.
I'll manage some time. I will still do my thing because this'll be odd. So, good evening,
Right.
everyone, to episode 15 of the Chronicles of Twigs and Reckoning, titled Blamestorm. As usual, a little content warning for abuse, gaslighting, kink, substance use and abuse, and violence. And well, I will not repeat the bit about the cats.
Yay!
Everyone cheers for cats.
Not the musical though. It was.
we do not
It's
talk. We
strange
do not
at
talk
that.
about
But you know, there are a
the
few good
movie.
songs.
Anywho,
Enough talking about cats. We're talking about our fabulous character played by Matt. And hand the microphone over to Ralph.
I will not put our freehold at risk till we find out who is after us. There will be no transfer of powers, says Persimmon at the meeting angrily. This meeting is adjourned. And he leaves, fuming, with Jack behind him. And in the meantime, in Persimmon's office, Serena just dropped the large flap of tattooed skin as Thaddeus complains.
why did you drop it?
It's skin what they want me to do. Oh,
It's evidence, you daft woman. You should just pick it up and hold it.
daft woman! You pick it up yourself.
I can, but
Fine,
you
I'll
pick
do
it
it
back.
because you wouldn't get your hands dirty.
You hear a door
She grabbed
closing
it and puts it in her
further
bag.
in the... Alright, you hear a door closing in the corridor.
See what you've done. Now,
You've attracted attention. I didn't do anything. It's all your fault. Go lock the door.
Thaddeus goes to lock the door and places a chair just kind of under the handle just to make sure that it's harder to move and to jiggle away.
Someone
Serena's gonna
in the corridor just says, "Who's there?" It's Jack.
Serena's gonna start like touching a wall and outlining something, and then she's gonna push, and the door will appear.
I knew you were shifty.
The door starts to jimmy, someone trying to enter.
Hurry up, you stupid Englishman!
And he leaves through
Spends
the
the glamour for it.
Can you lamb?
She follows and closes the door behind her.
But is the door still there? Does it end when you close it, or
It
is
lasts
there
for a
the
scene.
scene?
It lasts for a scene!
So behind you hear the clink 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 of the chairs being pushed out of, because he pushed it out of the way, and you start running. Please make an athletic checks, both of you.
I was so excited I didn't take out my dice. Give me a
I
sec.
should have told you that. I'm gonna re-roll the opening song because
What's
it's
the
so good.
athletics check? Yes, it
Yeah,
is. I'm
strength
stressed.
athletics.
Is it like a
Oh,
not
my.
remix cover-ish of Put It on the Ritz?
No, it's
I don't know.
Istanbul.
Yeah.
So Dex Athletics, right?
Yep. Strength athletics. 'Cause it's more about power than it is about.
I
command.
don't have dice for this, guys.
Oh well.
I'm checking one willpower because I have one
You can use
dice.
willpower.
Okay. I open as we run away. I have one success in the end. As we run away, I open the door and just say, "I like the first door I see on my right. I have a guest who is willing to annoy our pursuers and doesn't know anything about us." And I open the door, trying my hand at royal summons, discreet summons.
All right. Roll for it. I think there's a roll for that.
Yes, there is. It would be manip plus. Yes, manip plus persuasion plus weird versus composure plus weird.
So, Gab, did you roll your athletics?
Yeah, I got a 1.
Okay. That's not a 0.
It is not.
Dear God.
So we're gonna storm off this. If you get your thing.
I swear that chorus has a very.
So that would be 3.
How many?
3.
All right. I'm going to roll it like that. I'll redo the roll he did with -3 thanks to the goblin that you summoned. It's basically a hedge insurance salesman.
Nice.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior the Fae?
All right. So you run, and as you look behind you, there's just fallen leaves pushed by a mystical wind that follows you around. And you open the door. There's like a goblin that just comes out with a suitcase, and he just gets in the way of the wind, and the leaves and reform into Jack because he just bumped into the guy.
Good.
And
We're gonna
now
turn a
Jack is-
corner fast.
Yeah, you turn a corner real fast and manage to pull away just fine. Well, just fine.
For now.
It could have been better. There could have been no witness or proof, but fate had it otherwise. So you keep running for a little while until you are sure that there is no fallen leaves behind you. And out of breath, you stop in an alley behind a Dunkin' Donut because I assume these things are everywhere in Boston.
¿Eres loco? You're laughing. Eres loco, Englishman. You almost got us.
Hilarious. It is hilarious. Can't you see? He
We almost got
We
caught.
but we didn't. It is the funniest thing. These are the. We got in. We almost got caught and we got away. This is hilarious. And he just kind of just puts his back to the wall and falls sitting down laughing at the absurdity of the situation.
Serena's gonna follow.
It was an insurance salesman.
What of all things you could have summoned, you summoned.
Oh well, I don't decide who I summon. I just invited him. But did you hear him? Oh, I had a very good plan to protect your wisdom teeth. Do you want to hear about it? It's
I don't know if Gab's laughing or just straight up crying.
Yes.
She's both.
So what now?
I guess the meeting is over. So we should get this piece of skin to the hyenas.
To the queens or to?
To the king
I
of
mean, it-
spring, who will give it back to the fall king.
Do you think he will?
I don't
I
know.
mean,
We should
it's
at least take some evidence first.
I very much would say that it's no skin off his back, but I can't say it isn't.
Ralph, you had once said that once we touch these things, we get glimpses and memories, correct?
Yeah,
All right.
the milestones, but it's not everything.
Okay.
It's the items fetches leave behind.
Okay. So I'm gonna try it with this one. I'm gonna like take it out of my bag and just like start observing it and detailing it.
So you a wretch a little bit probably because it's very well, it's clean, it's been tamed and
I'll
all,
puke afterwards. I'll puke
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah, but
Yeah.
you don't find nothing you know there's no memory that come from it or like it would if it was a milestone.
All right.
One would assume if fetches left things behind, it wouldn't be just skin.
So here's what I think we should do. You have your camera, don't you?
That's what I was about to do. Yes.
We bring it to the queens, and if they want to keep it to themselves, seeing it as certainly no proof that Persimmon was involved in any way in the burning of the tattoo parlor, then they might let us keep it, and if so, then we'll be able to tell Casey about it, and if not, then we show him the picture.
Sounds about right to me. Do you want to walk, or do you want to take a taxi?
It's nice outside. And, well, the company is tolerable, so.
Tolerable.
Yes.
Tolerable.
Yeah, tolerable would be the word I'm using.
I'm not sure it's a word that I'm ready to use in this case.
I'm convinced it is not. Come, let's walk.
Fine.
Casey and Nick.
Just before we escape
Oh,
the
yeah.
alley, I'm just gonna make sure that there's no way he can follow us. Just make sure that like detect ambushes, traps, or attacks. Like just make sure he's not around.
Okay. It's a contract or?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's a reflex.
Okay.
She'll go like glance out and make sure that he's not there before we move and get caught by accident walking into him.
Just bumping
that'd be
into the
bad.
guy.
Boom! Oh, hi!
So glad to see you here.
So during that time, Casey and Nick are still at the meeting. The other monarch, finishing up little things after Persimmon left angrily, after kind of being accused of being loyalists or whatever by the queen. So,
Sorta, kinda.
the queens are outraged, very angry, but then again, there's summer. It's their things to be angry at things.
How's Arthur now that Persimmon said he isn't passing the crown?
Very chill for Winter King. That's also something.
Oh, something.
Unpleasant.
I wasn't expecting nothing else from him. I mean, from the queens to spike up Persimmon like that.
Look, maybe someone needs to, talk to him frankly. Can't always hide in fear because he's out in court.
I look towards Casey.
I assume that you're expecting me to go up to on and ask kindly if entered all of this. Because that sounds like a brilliant plan.
Arthur well, there is some credence to what he says, however. As little as I like to admit, if someone is after us, maybe the passing of powers and making a big ceremony with everyone together is not the wisest.
No need to make it big.
Seasons need it to be big. Rituals need certain energy to take effect. So perhaps for now we better take care of finding out what happened and who has something against us. Perhaps it really is Persimmon. Perhaps it is not.
Once again, why would the founder of our freehold want to see it being destroyed and burned? He's literally the man who built it, Arthur. He's the first one here.
I completely agree with you. He's an old friend of mine. I have no reason to doubt his intention, even if sometimes his mean can be discussable. Yes, and maybe that's why he's gonna keep it all to himself. Because everybody trusts him because he's the strongest and the oldest and the wisest. So he's gonna make the call for you all. Like, Arthur, you've grown soft. Don't make this personal, you queen. This isn't about us, this is about all of us. Well, I guess there's no use to keep on talking. We'll see what happens next, I guess. They get up, pick up their things to leave.
So, just so I'm reminded, what was the meeting about?
Yeah, ask that to the queen
The room.
or everyone.
We
wanted to try and make some sense out of what happened, and well,
party.
it seems that we didn't do that.
Well, this was to figure out who burned the parlor, and it ended up being accusations about who's a traitor and who's not.
Well, next time send an email.
Just an email saying, I think it's Persimmon. Send.
Those meetings that could have been an email.
Well,
it's
you did
nothing
like
inspiring.
argue for a while, it wasn't just 5 minutes of it, even if we, played for just a little while. But you did argue for like an hour of talking, trying to find out what it could be and who it could be, throwing accusations here and there and suspicions. So it wasn't like all that short.
Sure. Yes, but that's still a summary of.
But that's,
And
that's the outcome.
And it's still what I say. I still say next time send.
Yeah, sure. And the Summer Queens will leave. Arthur's still there. He's slowly getting up as well, since everybody's going. Do you need anything, Casey? Not that I have much to offer right now, but
No. Sorry, I'm just a bit tired. Tired.
it happens. Take care and have some rest.
And sleep.
Good night. You coming with me, Nick?
I'm your driver, so yes.
Of course, you'd need to come with me. He puts on his coat to leave, leaving Casey alone with Natalie.
Heard that, Marie?
She's in the church right next door.
Oh,
It
that's
gets
right.
steamy.
And she's
If
just,
I'm not a
well,
distraught lesbian, what am I?
you weren't quite talkative there in the meeting, Casey.
Well, what did I have to say?
I don't know, something, anything.
I don't know what much to think. It's legitimate. I think that Persimmon is holding on to power. But wouldn't that endanger the freehold itself?
The freehold can survive with a little bit of jumble like that.
Yeah. Look, for all talks about politics, don't much mind taking over where this time. My thought is, what happens come spring, and it's not wanting to give up the throne, but honoring that conversation going to come spring. Are we gonna have another disaster? Or
Well, let's hope there's no more disasters. We've had enough. Don't you think?
greed?
Look, it's gonna be fine, pretty boy, but we need to, we'll see in spring what happens in spring.
Yeah.
We still have a whole winter to go through.
Yeah, agreed.
And you receive a call.
Officer
No,
Winners?
it's just gonna be a text.
Okay.
It's Jack.
Hmm.
He says, "There's been infraction at our court. We think it's probably related."
I think Natalie, I don't have anything to say. I just stare I look at my phone, sigh, stare into the wall, and just Natalie knows everything.
Someone's gonna be busy.
Yeah. I don't know if he wants to talk. I don't know if he wants to talk to Officer Winners. King. My guess is a bit of both.
Well, there's only one way to find out. My shift starts in an hour. I guess you can go there on your own.
Yeah. Manage.
Good luck there, Officer Winter.
Want me to drop you off?
No, I'm fine. I got my car. Thanks.
Yeah.
And she goes to her car to go
And
to
I
her
go,
work.
yeah, I go to mine too. Probably chit chat on the way, change some things, and I go on the way to. I respond to Jack saying I'm on my way.
Gab really wanted Natalie to go see Marie, and I guess why not? I mean, she's got an hour.
I'm gonna kill Serena. I'm
Probably the
going
short man,
right
Robbie.
now. I'm gonna kill Serena.
So I knock on the door. You're still feeling down by that point, I reckon.
What? No,
Oh,
I'm way
no.
better now. There's been like 48 hours.
I'm great, honey. So, Father Mo takes the door. And, well, of course, you don't know yet that it's her. And you just hear him call out your name. The smoothest, just, Amelia. like,
I'm
there's
like
someone
eating
for
chips.
you.
I'm eating chips in front of a movie. My eyes are like swollen red, almost closed shut, and I'm like, it's fine. And I stand up, my shirt full of like
Crumbs.
crumbs of chips, and I just walk to the door, rubbing my already swollen eyes. That's it, Father Mo. I'm felt.
Am I interrupting something?
It was a sad movie. I'll be right back. She's gonna rush to a bedroom to just slam her head
It's a-
off the sink.
That's one hell of a touch up.
You're strong. You've always been strong. She's just a woman. A very, very pretty woman. But a woman. You fought so many terrible, terrible things. You can stand in front of a very, very pretty woman.
Goodness.
What did I miss?
She went to the bathroom to refresh.
Okay, so it's
Herself.
her. So it's her internal monologue, right?
Yeah.
Well,
No, I'm saying this out loud in front of the
Yeah.
mirror.
I just want Natalie to knock at the door.
Yeah, Natalie is just outside, of course.
I was watching. I was watching. Patane. Yeah, of course. I know that's too cliche. The Notebook. Why does it have to be a love movie?
And knock on your door.
There, she can.
If I'm interrupting something, I can. I didn't mean to.
No, sorry. It's fine. I know the plans were cancelled where we had to. I'm sorry. And she's gonna open the door, and like she's not that much more refreshed. She still looks like a hot mess, but like with a wet face
Yes.
because she didn't even towel it off.
Okay,
She's
so,
like
so the sink did run, alright.
she looks like a wet cat.
Oh.
give me a small second. You're not barging in on anything important, I swear. Just wait a second.
All right.
Hey.
I was just at church next door, and I thought I could come and say hi. Hadn't seen you in a moment. And I seem to be here at the worst possible moment.
It's fine.
Makes up for that one time we met each other's, and I was there just at the right time to save you from these henchmen or whatever.
I could have taken them if you were really cool and anyway, that's very kind of you. Of you. That's very kind of you. Thanks. I needed to see a friendly face. I mean, Father Mo is very friendly and very nice, but just see another face and just not. Oh my god, why am I so bad at this?
Well, look, I know Friday thing's not gonna work. Maybe we can still figure out a way to make something fun for, us, or maybe even for the court or something. Anyway, we'll figure out something, I guess.
Yeah. You're very I mean, smart. You're very smart. I'm sure you we'll find something. Probably you'll find something because I can't think. But we'll find.
We'll find something.
Yeah.
I gotta leave for work. I just wanted to drop by, say a little hi, and see how we were doing.
Yeah. I'm getting better. If that's yeah. Thanks for coming by. That's very very nice of you. Sorry,
Look, I know that the first few months are the hardest. It gets worse before it gets better, all right?
Yeah. Yeah, it gets worse.
So I really gotta dash.
Yeah.
Well, good night. See, I'll give you news later this week for maybe doing something Friday.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
A little wink, and she's gone.
Yeah. Then she will turn just a bit. Wait for the sound of the door that closes. Then on the door frame. And she will keep doing that until probably Father Mo goes, please stop.
You're ruining my door frame.
Father Mo just, well, that went well, didn't it?
Don't look at me, Father Mo.
That also means you listen to everything.
He's the one writing the roadie fanfics.
So, Casey.
Yes.
You arrive at the court. Persimmon, hyperventilating with a Lysol spray thing on his desk. Because people that he doesn't know touched these things, and maybe they were very dirty.
I was wearing gloves.
Yeah, but
I
he doesn't know that.
cannot. Yeah, yeah. I,
It could
I
be
cannot,
anyone that did anything.
I cannot stop myself from imagining the just frantically washing.
Yeah, but like he's low-key in a panic attack.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
it doesn't look nice, but Jack just lets it go. He knows that it resolves itself. He just needs
I'm,
air.
yeah, I'm still, throwing a glance like, all
He's
right,
going to be okay.
had a break.
Yes. Someone went through our things in his office.
Stolen?
We didn't look through everything yet, but there has been many things moved about. Papers not in place and objects. Could very well be that something was stolen.
All right. Well,
Many bubbles in his office.
do you have any or any sense of thought?
There was. They made a door on the wall, so I would highly suspect it to be a changeling and not a simple goblin or else. A door that led straight into the human world. So we are pretty sure that it would be changelings or something alike. And given the proximity with the fire that happened, could be very well linked to the case on hand.
See?
So this is why we called you, not that you are implicated in this, but your expertise as a policeman would be of great use, we believe, to the freehold in this matter.
Speaking of, were you thinking that on the down low?
He looks at the king. The king is not sure yet.
All right. Well,
Either
yeah.
we can make it something big to sow some fear into the trespassers, or keep it on the down low to keep the rest of the freehold feeling safe.
Well, be informed because I'll look out. Sure, you did it already, but check your security systems. One of the neighbors. If you
Well,
don't
with so
know,
much
if you don't
trust
know
the
if
other members of the
if
freehold.
if you don't know if anything has been stolen, it's something of a goose.
Well, perhaps we can look at the evidence we have here while you are there.
Cool. Uh,
I'll take care of our good king in the meantime. And in a very dignified way, he'll go to Persimmon, who's in a panic attack, and be, my king, if you would so much as accompany me, we will leave Mr. Winters to his duty. Like nothing was going on and that it was very normal. And it soothes Persimmon a little bit. Shakingly, he'll grab the arm that he puts just like this so that he can latch onto it, and it will escort him out.
I find the box of gloves because I'm
Yeah,
pretty
there is a box of glove in his office.
probably just hanging on the wall, and I wash with Purell or something. Wash the gloves with Purell or something just to show that I'm fine. And I'll do investigation check.
Do go on.
I like. I really like Gab being like, no, no.
Now he's not gonna get me.
I
Aw.
forgot how many successes you had. I think it was 1 and 2
Oh, we
for
were
your
horrible.
memory. It was the stealth check that sucked.
We were horrible.
Yeah, you were kind of bad at that point. Your entrance was flawless.
Like we dramatically failed.
Oh,
He's gonna
yes,
find a
so
pine
you
cone,
dramatically
scale.
failed.
Oh right.
He's gonna find a pine cone and like a piece of Shakespeare.
Of course, Tony carrying this at all time.
Ooh.
You're on mute or push to talk, or I don't know, Tony. We don't hear.
Absolutely, this is what English people do.
They carry very small booklets of Shakespeare poetry and literature.
Oh my God, Chapo, what is this? Is this an exceptional success?
Seven.
Lord.
There was a camera and it filmed us.
Gain the informed
They were just like
condition.
this.
Gain the informed condition because you know
I apologize. I Columboed the shit.
We
out
called
of that.
Arenas. We called Arenas to say we're coming, and we called Casey by accident, and we're like, we're on our way with the skin.
no, because that's what you want to have it.
I really like the idea of cameras. He just looks up at his little.
So, Chapo, you gained the informed condition,
Yes.
and you can use it to basically, if you fail a check in relation to your investigation later on, you can make it a success.
Oh.
So you fail, you get 1 success
But ain't that
automatically.
nice?
And it's going to be on investigation checks pertaining to that investigation.
Yeah. What's the resolution?
If you
does it-
fail it, basically you choose it. It's something you spend it.
Okay.
If you were to fail a check in that investigation, you can succeed 1 time, gain a beat, and be happy.
Oh, okay. If I don't get to you, I just get the beat.
It's just wasted.
Do I get the beat still?
In that case, I would say yes, because you did do the exceptional success,
Okay. So yeah, 7 successes.
Dear fucking lord.
So, I don't care how many successes you guys had, it was not 7.
I apologize. I have 5 tens, just tens.
We failed dramatically. It's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm actually more glad that it's Casey who finds us than anyone else.
He's gonna bring Mick on our case, and it's gonna be worse than if Persimmon or anyone else had scolded us.
You forgot that you tagged your names. The person was too busy just washing everything.
There's
to
just
notice.
your straight up wallet. No, it's not going to be
picture.
that obvious. But
Thaddeus just took a chewing gum and just put it on like the top of the desk of Persimmon.
oh my God, that would be the worst.
Die.
He has like 5 mental breakdown before the end of the day.
So you look at the ground, you see some footsteps, traces. There were 2 people. It's not an absolute, but one is shorter, the other bigger. Probably a man and a woman. Just from the look and the profile of the feet, you can go, probably a man, or maybe it's a small man, the other one, or a woman with big feet. What do you know? You find, with the evidence of the door that disappeared, you're pretty sure that they were changeling as well, or something alike. You look through the cabinet. You see there's things have been moved around, but there's kind of a lot of place in one of them. Like something probably is missing there, unless it was put away in a very strange way. So probably something's been stolen. Square. What do you know? But we wouldn't know what it is. But
Just for my, I think for everyone's knowledge, how big of a square of skin are we talking about? Like, this big, this big, this big.
oh no, it was like folded over.
Okay.
It was like
Okay. So he has a melee.
like it could have been a back, let's say.
Huh.
So it was folded, so it was maybe that big, but
Yeah,
so
but there's
clearly
obviously
something
there's
missing.
obviously like something missing in a drawer.
Yep.
Okay.
It was in a drawer full of hedge spun items and other magical oddities, so you can at least suspect that they were after probably an item of power. And you find a strand of silver hair, like someone has, but who knows, maybe more people have silver hairs. Your hairs were silver, right, Tony?
Oh yeah. Like
not
silvery
that
white.
it's his, just there are hairs the same colors as his. And some bits of wood. Just a little bit, just like maybe bark, just a tiny shave of bark. Can make the assumption that you want.
Yeah. That's going in a plastic bag. But I'm stuffing that in my pocket.
Hey, guess what? I'm lucky. If he runs my hair towards DNA database, he'll find fuck all.
If he runs a wood towards DNA database, I'm fine as well.
I'll take a wild assumption, however, that a bit of wood and a bit of silver hair.
It's clearly Tony's Faye.
Yeah, I think she's back.
Technically,
Yep.
could make
Fucked.
sense, but
We're fucked.
and that is what you muster in that room.
I join up with Jack.
Yep. Did you find anything of use?
Well, found some things, but I'll look them over. I'll look them over on my own. However, I did find that something was missing.
Something. Well, there are many a bubble in the office, so it'd be hard to know exactly which one has gone.
Bottom
If
right
we do
drawer.
take this into consideration.
Bottom right drawer. Journal sized. I don't know. Best I can say right now.
Persimmon starting to gain control back and calming down. I do not care about the item. I care about the culprits. Bring them to me. Please.
I'll see what I can do.
What did you find?
Bits. I said I'll run them on my own.
No need to hide things from your king, do you?
I pull them out. But, it's in a plastic bag far away. It's in a plastic bag from across the room. Unless he comes and gets them. That's what I got.
Well, he's gonna walk towards you to see whatever you've got. Do you have any suspicions.
Not yet.
He's gonna run a little empathy check.
All right. I'll be honest. My plan is that Casey has that realization later when he's with Serena and
Okay,
I forget.
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus, yes.
Thaddeus.
He doesn't get it right now, but then he'll see Serena and Thaddeus and he'll be like, God fuck damn it.
Well, he's still suspicious and wary. Just, are you sure you don't know? Unless you're one of them. No, he's not. Don't worry, says Jack, trying to calm the situation because right now he's just on high defense.
I'm doing what's best for the freehold, which is helping you, trying to find out what's going on.
Then, all right, do your work. I got mine to do, says he, pulling out his Lysol.
What's your your thoughts about what went on back at the church?
Well, politics do as politics does, doesn't it? It's the way of human relations and emotions. You'll see that rarely are monarchs so in tune.
Sure, I agree. There is something to say, however, about the optics of the Winter Court burning down just as power was about to be transferred.
Definitely something is afoot. Double that with an other, albeit less strong attack on our own court. Something is afoot, and if nothing else, that the Autumn Court remains in power a little longer can only be good augury for the freehold. We need to be on high alert. That extra wariness will probably be beneficial to us all.
I think that we can still, however, keep in mind that this is emergency.
The king did state that he would not relegate power until something has been done and the culprit has been brought to justice. I reckon that once this is done, we can move on with the seasons as always.
Well, once that's done, I think we can talk politics later. I might have maybe a little personal question.
Personal?
Do you know anyone would be knowledgeable about dreams?
Of course. Having some dream issues.
Say that. I think we can leave King do his business.
Yes, and as for your request, I will give it some thought, talk with those involved, and come back to you as soon as possible.
Thank you. I leave.
The rest of you are two summer friends. And well, I will go for like Amelia and Nick. Do you do something specific in that same day? Maybe you just go to bed and that's okay.
Or unless Arthur wants to say something, I'm probably just going to bed. Like, well, I could talk with him a bit.
You have a little chat, but he's not, he's never been the most talkative one. He's more of a listener. But,
So,
you share a few words. Maybe you have a cup of tea or a drink before you can each, finish your night, either go to bed or watch something on Netflix,
me and Arthur in our room, Netflix and chilling.
on TV or whatever. So yeah, it's slow evening.
That's all right.
Amelia, you just brewed at home?
I am a distraught lesbian.
Oh,
What
she
else
is.
do you need to know?
You do that so
Alright.
well,
Well,
sweetie.
you can know that it's getting late and Serena's not home, but you
It
decide.
is late, and Serena's not home for sure.
I have
And
also
even like
lost
Father
my
Mo's
mind.
starting to pace. Like Father Mo's pacing because he usually wait for you before closing the lights, locking the doors.
Actually, before going to the queens, Thaddeus is gonna suggest waiting until tomorrow morning, if only not to lead someone who might be following both of us straight to the queens.
Bring them to Father Mo instead.
Good luck.
Fair enough. So, I'll bid you buenas noches.
Would you want me to take
No,
the
I
item?
wouldn't want a noble of high society to touch such a thing.
And I wouldn't want Father Mo or Amelia to be involved in this.
But you don't mind involving Stacy.
Oh, I'm going to the apartment. It's gonna be a rough night, but I'll manage. She won't be involved and she won't be near.
I got the picture anyways, so if they come to me, Amelia won't get involved and Father won't either. It's okay.
How noble of you.
Well, for someone from the colonies, the Spanish ones, however, I can hold my hand.
I
Buenas
suppose so.
noches.
Good night to you. And we're each gonna part our separate ways, planning to go to the Queens in the morning.
All right.
I liked the little shiver when she said that she came from from the colonies. That he is just being like, there are two things I can't stand: discrimination and the Spaniards.
So, Tony, you go to the apartment that is not yet settled in completely.
Well,
Is that
no, I mean, since I don't have anything, I don't have any illicit materials on me, so I'm gonna go back to my
Oh, okay.
to
Anyways,
the actual apartment.
I don't think you got the key back from Nick.
No, and yeah, indeed, I didn't.
Makes sense. So you come back. Stacy is asleep on the couch. The TV's still open. The place is still a mess. She's just
He's-
in her underwears.
He's going to just take a cover, put it over her, turn off the TV, and he's gonna go sleep on the bed.
Cute. Serena, you come back home to Father Mo, who was waiting, looking periodically through the blinds.
Lo siento, padre. Thank you for waiting for me.
Well, I've been worried. You should have told me that you were going out for so long.
I didn't think it'd take that long. You see, I was just up and about, and time went by so fast. And
Oh, I understand. We've all been young. Don't worry.
Gracias.
You should
Is
have
it
seen
a boy?
University.
I'll look up everything. You can go to bed.
All right. Well, have a good night then. Everything
Thank
all
you.
right? Nothing happened.
No.
Oh, all right.
He's a
And
human.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to not believe you. Like he's not trying to look. Is she lying? He's just all right.
He's not going full persimmon on that shit.
Yeah. He's just okay. Well, have a good night, and he goes to bed.
We don't deserve him.
I can't wait to kill him. I don't know how yet. I told you what were my plans, and they didn't happen. So you can go to bed unless Amelia wanted to have a scene with you or something.
Nah, she's asleep. She had a good she had a big week.
All right, so you all go to bed. Casey dreams again of the queen in similar ways. Maybe you're not in the house anymore, you're just at the mall. But we very much the same
Enjoying
things,
ourselves, then comes time to wake up and she
and she doesn't want to let you
hangs
go.
on enough to hurt me.
Well, it doesn't hurt that time, but it's still heart-wrenching that you need to like willfully let her go every time you need to wake up.
I just pull lint. He just
Oh no, Casey bad. It's okay, Casey. Just too soft at you.
One is new.
Yeah, it's not always the same socks because it's lost socks and dryers. Left socks and dryers, so sometimes they change. Probably some of yours. Is Casey going okay? Lint knows it's just rhetorical question.
Nice that he knows the word rhetorical.
Joey taught me. Joey taught Lint.
Don't sleep right. She can't see.
Who?
Former queen.
There were a lot, but Lint is there.
Well, gotta get
Maybe
ready.
Casey can purchase a good night's sleep at the market. You probably can.
Yeah, I mean, well, a month maybe. Where are my socks?
Lint don't know.
You got half of them.
Only left ones.
I get ready for work and the whole shebang. I assume I'm terribly early, but when time gets better, I already forget Marie.
Amelia.
Thank you.
Amelia.
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 Eres Leon.
Leon.
No, when the hour is a bit more reasonable, and not probably like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
7.
In a very similar fashion, when Nick wakes up, the King Arthur is already up, brewed some coffee. He wakes up before sunrise even.
You're up early today. What's up with that?
Well, I always like to get up early and watch the sunrise. Hope you don't mind that I brewed some coffee.
Of course not, Arthur. I told you, my home's your home. You make yourself at ease here.
Well, there's enough for two.
I see that. Thank you.
Haru's still fast asleep because they're like 19, so at that age you sleep.
I'd be
Going fine.
surprised at if they were awake before like 11.
We've all been there.
Some of us are still there, right, Gab?
Whoopsie!
Right, Jay?
Okay.
Ah.
I've been waking up at 10 lately.
Wow.
Man,
Wow.
boy.
You're nearly an
Honestly, me
adult.
too. Help.
On
Oh my
another
god,
note,
Maddie. Disrespect me. To just bring back in camera.
she appeared. Oh, we had that, yeah. Come back, my
Yeah.
love. Oh, there she is.
One of my die fell down.
So, Casey wanted to call Amelia, but I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
What's fair?
So maybe we do a bathroom break for everyone?
Or get more tea.
Sure.
A tea break? While I'm not there?
Technical
We
difficulties
will be
time.
right back. And we are back with refreshments.
Hello. No, nothing new. Still the same glass of Arizona. All right. So before we left, Casey said he wanted to call Amelia.
Yeah, but frankly, it's just to check in.
Hey, we like those scenes.
Little candy.
Amelia
scene.
needs to be checked
Little
upon.
little candy scene before I fucking blow a gasket.
Hi, Amelia. Gay panic sounds ensued. Good.
Distraught lesbian sounds. Anyways. So yeah, Casey calls Amelia.
This is Fatima's church.
Hey, Amelia. Casey.
Oh yeah, your name's on the thing. Hi.
Just checking in. How you doing?
I'm doing. Is something the matter or?
Well, we're terrible. As such, I'm checking in how terrible you are today. If any less, perhaps.
You were terrible, just awful, just
Oh,
the
this is the
worst.
worst.
I hated it.
Don't ever talk to me or my children again.
I'm holding up. Fatima being very cool, and Natalie just stopped by today.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have dropped by yesterday, but I was at a church like literally meters away from you, but I called away. Sorry. But it's good that Natalie dropped by.
Yeah, but you know, but it's okay. You got a job and places to be, so it's fine.
Should I send her around more often?
If you do that, I
Everybody.
think if you do that, I think Fatima will start asking questions why all of his door frames have like bumps into them. So let in moderation, please.
I will refrain from asking more detail about what I just.
I slammed my head into the door frame. That wasn't. Oh. And then you hear the sound of a head being slammed into a door.
Amelia.
Yes.
Yes. If you want to, however, there are free bowling alleys. Had to change mine.
Yeah. That actually sounds great.
We'll gather the gang, play some bowling.
That sounds good. That sounds very good.
Merci François, je t'aime.
We're gathering the party.
Oui.
That's not my strategy at all. Not at all. So yeah, Casey's going to, organize a little. Do his like. I'm just going full spring court at the moment. In fact, just taking care of Amelia and helping her move past her problems and just, distract
Forget
herself.
about them.
Yeah,
Have some
full
fun.
spring court. But yeah, so
Natalie would be proud.
everybody gets a little all or at least a message somehow inviting them to evening bowling.
I text you back saying, can I invite Arthur?
Sounds good.
I'll invite Arthur and Haru.
Arthur's just, well, I guess I can go. And Haru has got some studying to do for university and things, so they're gonna pass.
Alright then, let's go bowling.
Haru's not coming. Haru's not
Wait,
coming.
is that invitation for now, Amelia?
How long has you been in this room?
I think we just lost Gab.
Oh my god, but I think she's
Yeah,
happy.
I lost the entire conversation.
Oh, but we
Sorry.
hear you. You're just stuck on smiling.
Hey, little
Keep
girl,
smiling.
keep on smiling. Still wanna... The lucky girl.
I don't want to be seen smiling.
exciting.
People will think that I'm nice.
People will think I'm
My
happy.
reputation.
You are known to be a sassy, ungrateful, like, down person, so...
All of those. So yeah, the bowling is for the evening, I think you said.
You know, after my work shift.
Oh,
Did
sure.
you hear anything about my answer at all, or did it cut before? Gab.
I didn't hear your answer at all.
Essentially, she just
Good.
asked, "How long have you been here?"
How
Well,
long have you been in this room?
Amelia, we were preparing breakfast together.
Yes, we were all here.
Fuck.
Yes, Amelia, says Natalie.
We've always all been here.
Take
Must
3
I go
dice
in
of
the
clarity
back?
damage. Your
Yeah.
perception of reality is altered.
I assume
Tackle with a waffle.
Yes.
Yes.
Pancakes.
I assume you walked into the living room and I just like stood in the doorway going like, okay. At some point, because it was long. That's all.
Yes, it's for tonight.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. Did you want 1 or 2 eggs?
I'll take 2 if that's not too much to ask.
No problem, hermosa.
Boom. Boom.
So you get your breakfast and your headache, I guess. Each and every one of you. Before the evening, Casey's at work. Probably Nick also doing some tough chop at the bar, doing his thing.
Though there might be a
People.
little conversation with the queens.
Yeah, that's why I was asking for the others, so that we can spend the time there. So our 2 summer friends go to the queens. Sorry, I don't have my headphones. Okay, did you say something? You go to the queen,
We
right?
were talking about what
The 2
a
of you?
terrible GM you are.
Oh my god, you're so fucking right. I should
Shut.
just quit. Oh. Thank you.
So yes,
So-
we go to the queen in the morning. In the morning.
In the morning. So we take the time to to breakfast. We break the fast.
You did.
Break that fast real quick and make it to their home. And you arrive at the same time together in front of their door.
I expected you to be fashionably late. I'm impressed.
I've been late in front of royalty before, and it just never ends well. They don't take it quite well. One would expect they would, but it's as if they're expectant or expecting some kind of a presence or reverence. Here's the word.
Are you comparing the colony girl to royalty now?
No, I'm not saying that you're royalty. I'm saying that we're about to meet royalty.
Mm-hmm.
You wish. You do not have the bearing for it, darling.
Too bad. She goes to knock at the door.
One of the queens, and I don't have their name in front of me, and everything is. One of them.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Snap, crackling, pop. Open the door. It's Snap this time.
Louis, Louis, and.
Belle Bulle et Rebelle. No?
Alright. It's Dia.
Right.
I prefer our
Oh,
version.
yeah,
I prefer our version, Shippo.
Shut the hell up.
Hola. Are
Good morning.
you available for a small chat?
I
Yeah,
do believe that we have
of
a few
course.
things to discuss.
We love to discuss things with our courtiers. Do come in. So, it's a humble home with some, Indian decorations here and there from their probably hand-me-downs or just personal interest in their own culture. And they sit you at the table. They were still having their morning coffee.
So we have done as requested, and we have some good and some
Very bad.
worse news, I suppose.
Break it away.
The bad news are that we didn't find anything relating Persimmon to the fire.
And
Now-
that we almost got caught.
Almost being the operative word here. And as for the good news, we have found something that was, at the very least, odd, even by changeling standards.
I would advise against eating while we show it. So, are you done with your breakfast?
Yeah, that's just our second coffee.
Okay.
Oh god,
Here goes
she's
then.
pulling out the actual thing.
It could have been a picture, but no, this is just the thing.
Yeah, have
There's
pictures,
a big
girl.
flap of skin on their table. What's that? It's folded, so right now it doesn't necessarily look like what it is,
I
but
think she.
Oh, I was.
okay, you just like it was a cover. Okay. One of them just in her coffee.
You could, like, Thaddeus turns to Serena and goes, you could really do with a little bit more tact.
Well, I'm very sorry I wasn't raised by nobility like someone else. So,
And you found that where already?
in his desk, in the office.
And do you have any inkling of an idea what this is?
Well, from our past observations, it very much looks ink for the tattoos that Casey wears.
Vedika will go close to it, inspect it. Doesn't even fret from touching it. To have a close inspection is just... Yeah. I do believe that it very closely resemble what Casey has on him.
I can always take some pictures of what he has as tattoos and compare it to make sure that they're exactly the same, but
And so it would bring the question as to, first of all, why would Persimmon have a flap of skin in his desk? And secondly, why would it match that well I was about to say king, but mostly regent of spring, isn't it?
Yeah. But Persimmon is a very orderly person. Where did you find it? What was it with? It wouldn't just be in a drawer on its own with no logic behind it.
What
it
was it with?
Like hedge spun items, mystical baubles.
It
Like it was magical things.
It was with a bunch of things that seem to come from the edge or of magical properties.
Yes, things of magical source in general.
So a magical piece of skin.
I'm really not sure because it's not something that brings memories. I can look for if it has any effect, but then again,
You're talking about
So-
memories. You think this would be fetch related?
I was
Maybe.
hoping it would be. That would have made it easy.
It would have been an easy explanation, but possibly if it's not, it might be
Well,
something entirely more sinister.
we're not the most expert, but we do know the basis that fetches have multiple uses. And let's not get ahead of ourselves. But Persimmon did say that parts of Fetch body do hold power.
Yeah.
That could make sense.
It could very well do, but why would he keep it from Casey? Doesn't he deserve his own fetches? At least knowing that it's there.
Well, to
Is
be
it
fair,
his? Is it related to
to be
that?
fair, we don't know either whether Casey is aware of it or not. Maybe he just saw the flapper skin and decided, well, you know what, Persimmon, keep it. I do not want to have anything to deal with it.
Maybe, but maybe he knows. Maybe he don't. Either way, I don't know if we should talk about it to Casey.
Pienso que it's not a really good idea.
At the same time, it's so closely related to him. And the other one's just, but what if it makes things worse?
How did the discussion yesterday go?
Poorly.
And if you'll allow me to question, who seemed to be taking which position?
Well, the gist of it, we started asking relevant question about who could have done such a things, gave some ideas and suspicions. Persimmon didn't take them too well, and then said that there would be no exchange of power till we found out what really happened to protect the freehold.
What do you mean, no exchange of power?
There will be no coronation if we don't find whoever or whatever did the fire, because it could endanger us all.
How convenient.
Convenient for someone who is holding the power right now, wouldn't you think?
And what seemed to be the
Oh no.
Whale oil powered internet strikes again.
He'll come back. He always comes back.
I was scared for a second
Hello?
that it was me.
Yeah, you.
All right,
you
you're back
died
now.
for a moment,
It's
Tony.
back.
Okay, and what seemed to be the positions of the other monarchs?
Arthur was ready to let Persimmon do his thing. Of course, we were very against it. Casey didn't speak much. Not surprising for the king of winter to not do much. That's sort of their thing.
It remains disappointing.
And I'm not saying there's no virtue to what he says. I'm just saying that it's a very slippery slope that he's getting on. And I do not want to see this in Boston.
Well, if anything, possibly that this could, if played right, this could bring Casey closer to your position. At least bring him suspicions regarding Persimmon.
Or he knew, and they're on the same side.
And that is another possibility.
He didn't speak up at all in the meeting, or very little. Or maybe he just wanted to let it pass.
I'd be surprised that Casey would be such. He would take the side like that.
I don't mean to start rumors or anything, but we know very little about him. And he knows very little about himself.
Then how can he be named king?
Someone saw fit to do that.
You have known his Reina, correct?
Yep.
What was she like?
A very beautiful human being. She was kind, open-hearted, maybe a little whimsical, but so much you would expect from the Spring Court. And that's where there might be a problem. Maybe she's just too trustworthy. She's been all over Casey ever since he came back for any number of reasons, taking care of him, raising him to his position, nurturing him, and then disappearing to leave him the king.
Could they have been related somehow?
I wouldn't know. Even Casey don't know that.
Well, there's many strange things in the hedge and beyond. Could even Casey possibly related to the disappearance of the queen? Against his better judgment, I imagine.
Who knows?
What was her name?
Camilla.
Camilla who?
Camilla
She didn't
Harris.
go by whole name. It was just Queen Camilla. Finger. Camilla Finger.
The
She
relevant
just
party
went by.
knows who that finger is directed towards.
So she just went by Camilla.
Anyway, I suppose pointing fingers won't do anybody any good at this point, but
Well, we've been really at it yesterday, so why not continue this morning?
well, at the
I
very
do believe
least,
that pointing fingers will get people to talk.
at the very least, one has to agree that Persimmon keeping the back skin of Casey in his desk is just.
You know, when you
Disgusting.
put it like that, it's even worse.
So, what do we do with it? It's not like we can ask the expert to identify it. Persimmon will know that we broke into his office.
Yeah. Can't count on Autumn to help us out. Maybe someone at the Goblin Market could help you on the down low. Hush, hush. Do the job and be done with it to try and find information on it. But that's in a week and a half. You know, maybe not so cool to keep that much unknown skin with you for 2 weeks. Usually I like
Well,
to know
it's
where my
not-
skin comes from.
Those sentences.
It's not
that
like
we
it's
never
gonna
thought we'd
change
say.
his smell.
Sorry?
It's not like it's gonna change the smell of the building I live in. It smells like old people. That smells like old skin. Pretty
Okay,
much the same.
gross.
I know.
So,
Nonetheless, something would have to be done. We can't just keep this in a refrigerator somewhere.
Well, he was keeping it in his desk.
yeah, clearly, like it's clearly been treated as you would leather, for example.
Preserved.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I get that, but it's still keeping a flack of skin.
Yeah, yeah. I
somewhere.
mean, you know, he did, but
Yes, but he's a creep.
oh, yeah, he's a great.
Yeah, yeah.
Who wants to keep the giant flappy skin?
Not it.
I'll do it. I've done it
That's
for one
not
night.
it.
Well,
I've done it for one night. I can do it until the market.
if you requested of us, my queens will certainly do.
All right, keep it for a little longer. We'll try to find maybe a better idea. But until then, if you could hold it, that'd be great.
And
keep it.
I suppose not discuss this particular situation with Casey.
Probably not. Because that if he's on Persimon's side, you will be admitting that you broke in his office. If he's not, you could be doing him a favor or throwing him into a fit and erode his perception of reality. Who knows?
So let's take more time to think about it. We can try to get to know more about it perhaps tonight when we see him, without
Yeah.
touching the subject.
Oh, you're having a night out with little winners.
We're having a bowling night with Nicholas and Leon and perhaps other people, I'm not sure. Do you know, Thaddeus?
No idea. I was hardly aware. Nick told me that there was something happening, but I don't know anymore.
Perhaps
Just
you
keep
would
an
like
eye
to come.
out. Oh, we'll pass. It's been a troubled meeting yesterday. Water under the bridge, you know? Keep an eye out for Casey. Not that I want to doubt him, but, you know, a little bit of paranoia is not so bad for us. I mean, do enjoy your night. You're not going out there to be spies. Maybe a little bit, but just pay attention. Because we don't know exactly who we're dealing with, and we have good reason to think that he doesn't know who he's dealing with himself. Maybe.
Very well, so let's just not take any chances. Or
That sounds good.
cast the dice and see what falls out. Nonetheless, let's stick to a more cautious approach for now.
So we're one phone call away, if ever there's anything.
Oh,
She's
did
gonna
you?
start folding and wrapping.
He's gonna look at Serena and go like, "Oh, did you manage to purchase a small phone?"
Do I look like I have money for a small phone?
Then
Maybe
we're
you
not
could try
just,
and find a job soon.
we're not just one phone call away. We'll manage to be reachable one way or another.
We'll find a
I mean,
way.
he has a job and he still doesn't have a small phone. So
I was born 200 years ago. What is your excuse?
I do not care about
Harsh.
modern technology.
And you think I do?
That heights.
There's the queens on the sides, like.
Well, on these beautiful words of fraternity, maybe you could try and find a job soonish. I mean, Father Mo's doing a lot.
I know.
Don't put too much pressure, but do think of the old man. But until then, have a very nice bowling night and a good day.
Gracias. Have a good day as well.
Thank you. Have an excellent day.
And you're out. Everyone has a day ahead of them.
And actually, as he walks out, and as they're about to split ways, Thaddeus is just gonna look at Serena and go, I was born in the slums. I was born as far as nobility as possible. So don't assume that you know things about me. And he's gonna turn around and walk away.
Happy time. You have your. Everyone is fine. What do you do of your day? Gab wrote me something. You can do it. You can say it out loud. But the rest of you, what do you do? Chapeau, I guess you work
Yep.
for most of the time. Nick,
I make pamphlets saying looking for personnel for my bar. Yeah, well, me and Therese have been going out a lot lately with all what's been happening and whatnot, and Stacy's been holding the place a lot for us. So I'd like to have a few other men or women working
Well,
for us.
actually, Arthur will ask. Maybe you could hire a couple of our courtiers. I mean, I don't think that most of them are trained barmen, but they could really use the additional income.
Oh, that's all right. Hipsters love the neo-knights that come work here. You know, like, oh, you have no experience. It's so cool. These places are like, oh, we'll take you in nonetheless, give you experience, and very good for the company nowadays, hiring newbies like that. So yeah, sure, I'll take whoever you got. As long as
Alright,
they give you Francis Stout from a Guinness, I'll be proud.
well, I'll ask around and suggest this to a few of our courtiers. Maybe that could be a good thing for them.
Maybe Haru wants to make some money on the side, or you know.
Oh, Haru is well busy as it is.
Or just
But
suggesting.
we'll try and find a couple people for you. Give it a couple days. Couple days so that the DM can just find characters.
Hey.
Thaddeus is actually gonna go spend some time at the bar.
All right.
When you come in, I'm installing new cameras and a new lock.
Trust
Oh,
issues.
who's that for?
Oh, I've been running out of whiskey lately, and I'm trying to get. Ooh, and how is it disappearing? I'm thinking of raccoons. They've been around a lot, and we're kind of near the park, so.
That's really odd. I only steal gin.
You what? Really funny. All right. Well, if ever you catch who's taking something, whether it's raccoons or an employee, just mention it.
Will do. If I'm fundamentally against any form of thievery. I think it's just plainly dishonest.
I agree. Someone who would steal is. Well, we used to cut the hands of thieves in my time. If you wouldn't rob the wrong man, or took your hand on your
They
tongue.
didn't
and...
do that in the 40s.
Shut up! We did all that.
well, the last hanging.
And this is like, well, they did it live, so yeah, like, yeah.
Well, the last hanging in the UK happened in 1969, so you know.
Yeah, but they
Yeah,
didn't
like
cut hand in the USA.
Oh, it's because you were on the ground. Underground, there was no law.
I think it's 74 in France. Like it's really late.
So hand chopping, that's nothing. It was a lumber accident, anyways. That's what we passed it for. I mean, that's what the paper said.
You imagine
God.
people attending a hanging with flared jeans.
Oh wow.
That's all I have
Oh,
to
with-
say.
Or like with Kodaks and phones, like
Yeah,
filming
yeah.
the whole thing.
Squad goal.
Anyways, on a brighter note, how was your evening? Where were you?
Flirting, spending time with ladies, as one does.
Oh, one should. I was at the boring meeting about the leaders and all that whole thing about the bar burning. No offense, Arthur. It was just very long for a night.
How did
it
that
was
go?
very long.
God bless you.
Thank you. How did that go?
Oh, it went. It was very not wintry. Spring accused Fall. Someone accused Fall, sorry. And then Spring wasn't sure what he wanted to say, and then Winter didn't say anything. So, all in all, it was just The three queens angry at Persimmon, Persimmon angry that he was being accused, and the two other courts trying not to get in the fire.
And what's your position on that?
I think it'd be completely stupid for the man who funded this institution of Freehold to try and burn it down. There's no freaking reason. He's been given the power and continuing the cycle forever now, and suddenly he would change his mind. I have big doubts on that. Arthur has as well.
Or maybe he found something that he didn't have before.
Like what? Well, possibly the most powerful changeling in all of our freeholds find that would make him change his mind. Bishops?
The skin off
I
my
don't
back.
think it was the sips.
I
Or maybe it's the skin.
I wouldn't know. I'm just saying that,
Bishops?
you know, he did some mumbo jumbo hoodoo voodoo. If anything, he's might have found something occult and weird and stolen from the hedge, and might have changed something. Actually, a
Or-
funny odd that it happened. These happened not that long after the Goblin Market, isn't it?
Well, maybe you're right, but then again, I think Jack would be worried about Persimmon if he saw some changes in his attitude. He'd be telling us around. Jack's been there for a long time now, and though he trusts Persimmon, he wants his good more than anything else.
All I'm saying, I'm just saying that I wouldn't be one to disregard Persimmon completely. He's been doing. Like haven't been here for long, and I know he's weird. So
Oh, I
Who knows?
understand that, but then again, I could accuse your queens for their fomenting. They're the ones who started this whole debate about one of us is culprit. There's plenty of reasons to accuse each other, but if we do that, we're just gonna fall.
all I'm
Are
saying,
you sure you shouldn't be in the autumn court? Thaddeus seem very afraid.
I'm not afraid. I'm just questioning.
Well,
And from
I
what
follow-
And from what
Hmm.
I gather, questioning the establishment in place is much a summer thing.
Oh, you are very well placed for that. For one, I think Persimmon is a dear friend of mine, and I wouldn't dare question him, at least on his intent. But then
I've-
again, maybe I'm just an old man.
I've seen men turn their backs on people they call friends for the right motivation. And well, if anything, I've learned that everyone has one. It's just a question of finding what. Then again, maybe I'm just being negative at it's. I think it's the lack of light that kind of brings me down a little bit.
Perhaps you are, and I respect that. A little bit of caution never hurt anyone, especially changelings. Just do not let this tarnish your relationships with the others.
Sure, I'll do my best.
And you can keep, start your workday, do your little things, orders, and whatnot.
There's coffee ready if you want some, by the way.
Sure.
Gab, you wanted to do something?
It's very yuck.
It's okay. Everything's a little yuck.
Okay, so Serena's gonna. I don't think home is the right place for that. So she'll
No,
find
just
a
go in a
spot
Starbucks.
where-
I'll
Oh,
go
the
with
library.
you.
You can. The library. You can rent rooms, kind of stuff.
Yeah. You
All
can
right. So
rent
she'll rent a
rooms.
room without a camera and everything, and she'll settle in there. And
They don't really
she's
have
gonna pull
cameras
out the
in-
skin. She just wants to make sure. And she's gonna pull out the skin and she's gonna start placing it and folding it to try to figure out what its shape would originally be.
it's an, it's not an even form. It's not just a square of back skin. It's jagged edges. The best guess that you can think of would be a good part of it would be from the back, because there's a large portion that is, mostly flat.
Devoid of nipples.
Yeah, there's no nipples, so it's not, chest. So it's mostly flat for a good part. Make a medicine check or an expression check, because artists would know anatomy. If you make it an expression, I'm going to give you a -2 because it's less specialized, but you can do it with that if it's less annoying.
I like that.
Any specialty in like drawing
Expression,
or something?
intel, or wits, Alf?
Intelligence. And medicine would be intelligence as well. One. In expression. All right. So, from what you can see, it's probably back, maybe a little bit of arm, neck. Probably like, it's very uneven and twisty and things, but you can even see maybe like a little bit of facial hair there that were, the pores and the skin and things. So maybe face going down the neck and most of the back. Like the upper half of the back, let's say. And, maybe a bit shoulders and things.
Would
But
it be comparable in size?
Would it be what?
Would it be comparable in size to Casey's?
Hard to say, because it's been treated. It's rather old. And it's not on someone. But, it looks like an adult person, for sure. Like, it was not a child. Probably was a male if you judge by the hairiness of it. It's not, it's been treated, so there's not a lot left, but still, if it was a woman, it would probably have been smoother, probably. But was it Casey? It was an adult man. That's as far as you could imagine.
If you'll allow me, once that is done, she'd fold back the skin and go for tattoo and art books in the library and start ruffling through, trying to find similarities to know like which culture, which years, or whatever it could come from.
All right.
Like if it's American from the 70s, it's American from the 70s, but...
All right. Roll. Important detail, like it's the tattoos that he has as a human and not as a changeling. I think at this point it was clear, but just to so you don't have any doubt. Roll for whatever would make sense to search for that. I'm gonna go with intelligence expression again, because you're looking through things with your, knowledge of art. One. Okay. It's not old kind of tattoos. I mean, tattoos are, by definition, kind of permanent. So trends tend to stay for a long time. But it's not like old tattoos made with a guitar string in the 70s in Woodstock, okay? It's professionally made, modern technique. But by modern, it's like somewhere in probably the 20 last years, because it didn't change all that much. But it's not something ancient or from even Nick's era. It's relatively recent. But you don't know, is it from 20 years ago or from 4 years ago? Hard to tell. So that's what you get from all your researches. Very good things you got there. Amelia, did you want to do something in your day or just take it slow and have the scene at the bowling?
I'm gonna focus on the bowling alley
That's fair. That is perfectly fine.
and breaking probably
She'll
more.
be right back. She's rebooting her laptop.
Oh, that's okay. We can give it a minute. Sorry, Chapeau. I told everyone not to talk about your backstory with you.
My backstory.
Oh my god! Ew! Ew! I hate it!
I am hilarious.
I fucking hate it!
You are the one that put a flap of my skin in the hands of the players. You
Hey,
don't
it's
get
World of
that.
Darkness. Not everything can be drawn like on marshmallows.
How am I the one that squeaks you out the most? Like, first, like this time it's because of like actual gore, which is your making, and the previous time it was
It's
because of
human
me
leather.
being an abusive asshole because of what you are making me do. Like, it's all your making. That's all I want to say. And I'm not victim blaming. I'm saying you are the architect of our sadness and pain.
You're not even in pain.
Well, to be fair, as far as I know, I have a complete set of skin.
Yeah, your skin's fine. Hello, Gab. We're waiting for you. Because it's going to be the bowling scene. Or maybe we can start it and she arrives later.
Yeah.
Same thing for Thaddeus, who's probably at the bathroom.
You have any music in mind for bowling?
No, we can put us some nice bowling music, if you've got an idea.
Nice bowling music.
Yeah, those bowling playlists everyone's talking about.
I had an idea, but
As long as it's not 30% off.
That's a great idea. Let's go with 30%.
No!
The search will on what on I was about to say what the search tool on Watch Together is terrible, just terrible.
Yeah, I just searched on YouTube and copy paste there.
I had like a moment of hope, and it did not fail to disappoint me.
Nice. So yeah, put it like in 1 hour list of whatever nice music.
I'll find some. I'll just go like the song I had in mind, and
Go with Everything Black by Pluto.
I don't know what it is, but I have a feeling that's not what we're going to go with.
I don't know. I went with something dancey and
Oh yeah, that's fine.
for the people
I
listening.
really
It's
lowered
not
that
cackle
volume.
because I'm vibing.
For the people listening in, it's Wolfgang Gartner's Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
So, Casey arrives first because that's his turf.
Yeah.
Rents
He
the
was
alley,
already there.
the clerk there. Eternally Joey, because why would it be someone else?
Indeed.
Rents you the alley for your bunch.
Yeah, take a couple lanes. I pay for them.
Amelia, you arrive alone. Pretty soon thereafter. Thaddeus is there.
Yay.
So you are at the bowling alley. Well, you are each arriving at your own pace at the bowling alley. Oh, you're all leaving the bowling alley.
We're consecutively losing peeps.
No, I'm just gonna finish the game alone playing Arthur.
If I'm not mistaken, the
Sorry,
bowling,
my
we called it
computer
Liberty
just-
Lanes.
Drop.
Yeah, I think that was it.
I tried to restart my camera in Discord.
Everything
I wanted
died.
to restart.
Okay, so you arrive at the court. At the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Well, also the court, but that's beside the point.
Where's Gab?
She's rebooting.
She's-
Okay.
So, Amelia,
It is-
you arrive. You see Casey signifying you that he's there. So you just walk, jam in to Casey.
What else is there to do, frankly?
You have to get special shoes from Johnny Boy over there.
I know what a bowling alley is. I'm from like 2003 and not that old.
It's a pretty old fort, yeah, I'd say. We played that in the 30s too. It's just knocking pins with the bowl. We've been here before.
I'm gonna go get my shoes.
I assume that Thaddeus will arrive with Nick.
All right, you arrive together. And with Arthur.
So, I've been arriving.
So you wait for the others. 3 more arrives. Hello there. Hope we didn't make you wait for too long.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Join in. Take a lane.
So they go get their shoes.
Hope you didn't wait for long. Da, 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 da.
I'm gonna go with something less intense, like
Yeah.
a lo-fi mix.
Oh, fine.
You can go with
Chillin',
30%
you know, it's
off.
chill vibes. To talk and throw a few balls.
What the hell?
Just put
What the
something-
hell bowling lanes do you think I run?
A fucking rad one.
Put
is
some
what it is.
postmodern.
A spring
Put some
court
ABBA.
lane.
Yeah, it's super chill,
yeah,
man.
I like
It's
it.
shisha night. Everyone can smoke their shisha.
Sure.
Okay. So once again, what the hell kind of bowling lanes do you think I run?
A spring court one.
I'm putting a music that is not too intense that will invite to discussion.
Lame.
I have a move, and I'm going to keep it for last.
That's alright.
Y'all know what move it is.
Yeah. So Serena arrives last. She had a little errand to run before coming, so she's a little late, but you know, forgivable.
So,
Well, I believe we can start the match.
how's everyone's
Oh.
day? How's everyone's days been?
Oh, it's been pretty good. I have a little suggestion for you, Casey. How about we make teams and try and put a little wager or something?
Sure.
Just you and Casey or everyone?
No, all of us. Put a little competition in the sport.
Very well. Whom against whom?
Well, for sure that Kelsey is very good. He's been playing a lot.
Have some
No,
practice.
Amelia is the one who's the best at this. She's shown us last time with her turkey. Turkey, I think it was.
Right. So that makes it quite simple. Casey's gonna be on the left team. Amelia's gonna be on the right team.
So-
And
That was
Yeah,
like
sure.
that was so good.
Please send help.
All right, so Casey on one side, Amelia on the other. I'm gonna go on Amelia's side, not to put all the Mona together.
Then I'll go with Casey just to make sure winters are split.
Fair enough.
Well then.
Leave summer to be split.
I guess a girl to team.
Sure. I'll go with
Alright.
Amelia.
So everyone rolls for athletics. Any
Yes.
specialty in bowling applies.
Yes.
Let's go, King Casey!
You know
Strength
who has a bowling
athletics,
specialty.
It's going to be
athletics.
whoever
Dex
gets,
athletics?
whichever teams gets the most successes wins.
So that would be Dex Athletics, right?
Dex Athletics?
Dex athletics.
Gathering my dice.
All right, so far, team Amelia wins, but Amelia didn't throw her dice, and she's pretty good. So Amelia will really break the tie. You make or break your team, girl.
Chapeau.
Hmm?
I'm gonna use contract.
Yes.
Are you
Chapeau.
cheating?
No.
Okay.
No. It's called Know the Competition.
Okay.
I'd like to know, and I've hidden my. So basically, I'm gonna need to roll page 136. Give me a sec.
Which is very funny because on my 5 dice I rolled 3 ones.
I roll Manip Socialize plus Weird versus Composure plus Weird.
While I'll let you do your roll in. I just want to say the result of the match. It was a close one, but Arthur, Amelia, and Thaddeus win. Not fault of Casey playing really well, just the other two not playing that good. They really pulled you down.
I've always been more a baseball player, anyways.
Who plays bowling?
All right, well, I reckon that Casey should buy us a beer.
Sure.
So I'm gonna spend 1 glamour, and I'm gonna. It's gonna be opposed with. With Serena, because I'm curious.
I knew you were gonna do that. That's why I didn't want to play against you. That's why I said no to the bargain.
Serena? All right, go ahead. Well, roll
You
your
roll-
rolls.
No,
You're gonna roll
no.
Composure. You roll Composure plus Weird, please, Serena.
I thought you were going to gun for.
No,
for
he's
Casey
gunning me
or
because he finally got the occasion. I hate this.
we like perfectly set up your downfall, and I don't even know what it is.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this.
What is it? I don't even know.
Well, go look up.
Is
the
there
contract,
nothing I
know
can
the
add to
competition.
this?
Nope.
I guess, but it's a lot of work.
My rigid mask doesn't change shit.
Oh, girl, and you're not lucky. That's a lot of successes.
Yes.
Thank you.
You
No.
can always.
Girl.
So if it's
Gab's
sensitive,
just going to disconnect. She's gonna go like, you know what?
if it is sensitive information that you don't want to say to everyone, you can write them to Tony.
No, yes. So I'd like to know your virtue, your vice, or equivalent anchors, and one of your aspirations, please.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Furthermore, since it's an exceptional success,
Mhm.
the changeling may evoke emotions associated with the event in his target. For example, if the event was a night of passion, he reminds the target of his lover. The target gains a condition to represent this. So,
Wow.
Ralph, you tell me which condition Gab gains, but it's going to be page 137.
I'll go look at the condition that she could gain.
That's
But
No, wait. Wait. Sorry. That's a mistake. That's not the. I kind of read another
not the
chart.
right
So no,
contract?
I learned 2 aspirations: your
Oh.
virtue and your vice.
Alright,
Needle thread, virtue, needle thread, and 2 aspirations.
that's fun.
Screaming internally.
You can send them
alright, do tell.
as a secret message.
Or you can say
Secret,
them out loud. It's
Hush,
okay.
hush,
It's fine.
hush.
Nobody cares. We don't mind.
He has
You
his
want to know them
mustache
so bad.
voice.
I mean, I'm the DM. If I want to know them, I can just look them up. I got your sheet.
I'm debating which aspiration to give. Because it's gonna
You
kickstart something if I give you the big one.
You give me
Give
2
him
out
the
of
big
3,
one.
so that's gonna.
Give him the one that creates the most play.
You give me your needle thread and 2 aspirations because I got exceptional, darling.
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 Alright, give him the good
I said
stuff.
no to the bargain!
Give him the good stuff. Come on, Gab, Lord. Lordy Lord, just tell him.
She sent them. I think.
Oh,
she
okay,
sent
okay.
No. She just sent the needle and thread, which is cool. I
But the
appreciate that.
aspiration is where it's getting crunchy.
I know. So we can keep going while Gab suffers.
Her aspiration is to kiss. Lil.
Now, kiss.
No, please, no. No, don't.
Cool. That's crunchy. I like it.
Can I know what the aspirations are?
I'd like to avenge the
I only had 2 on my sheet tonight.
Ah, well, sucks to be
Womp, womp, womp.
you, I guess. You didn't have the luxury of choice.
Well, I had like the leftover erasure from like an idea that I went like, it's shit. But fuck.
All right,
Womp,
so
womp, womp.
Thaddeus gets this feeling out of their bowling game that you won.
Well, sometimes you eat the bar,
Oh.
sometimes, well, the bar eats you.
I'm sorry, Casey. I didn't know we didn't have the gutter holders. Like when I used to play, we'd put the things up on the side so my ball wouldn't fall. But
Oh, we're no children. Don't make up excuses.
I thought I heard someone say that there would be beer for the winners.
Yes,
Is that
I'm
something I
getting,
heard?
I'm getting pitches.
I thought there was a spit for everyone.
Oh yes, but the losers pay for their own.
Oh,
Casey's already gone and he's already bringing back pitchers.
I'll come and give you a hand to bring him back. Yo, we got rinsed.
Rinse, that wouldn't stay.
Yes, I mean, it's Serena. It's not her sport. It's really not her sport. I mean, she did what she could, but I can't blame her. How you been up to? Haven't got news from you since the meeting.
Been busy, as usual. Been both, well, Regent and hunting dog is always interesting.
What'd you think of what the Queen say about Persimmon being guilty? You think that's a possibility?
I think it's far-fetched. As you said, it'd be rash and against his character, but I did talk with I did talk with Jack yesterday, and I think we can all agree that The optics are weird at best. It looks strange. Whether it's real or not.
Oh, I just can't get to the mindset that Persimmon would do something like that. You know, he gave me the creeps, I can give them that, but to think he'd be ready to throw away the bulwark, that's something else.
I don't know. Perhaps. I'm not willing to throw him under the bus just yet.
Alright, let's get this beer to the others.
Well, that was long for getting a beer. Hope you didn't get lost on the way.
Oh, it's just the service. It ain't the same at like my place. If you come to mine, I'll serve you like this. 30 is best waiter in the whole city.
Oh, that's
Along
true.
with,
I
How
think
much
that's
you-
another step.
How much do you pay him?
oh, right. I should start doing that. You're right.
It's okay. I've just been helping myself from the register, so well, we're even.
Please, stop talking.
This is a train.
Just stop talking, the both of you.
Nick probably gives you a smile.
Thaddeus kind of seems to relax. He had looked tense the past few days, and he kind of seems to just relax a bit in this context.
It's nice to see people from every court have some fun together after the last meeting with the monarch. Warms my cold heart.
You know, one would be which one I would personally very much like to see. I'd like to see possibly a person from the autumn court and someone from the spring court get together. I think these two specific seasons and courts would just blend beautifully.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine it. Two beautiful silhouettes dancing together, like falling leaves and vines, and just like I don't know. It's very, very bestial, and yet it's beautiful. I love it.
It reminds me of a weekend I spent in the countryside where I actually saw it. It was a bunch of dead thorns, rose bush, very thorny, and I saw this little kitten come out, and it was this perfect combination of fall and renewal, new life breathing into.
All right, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Everyone probably.
What is
starts
going
laughing
on,
around
and
the
what is
table.
this story you're making up, and why is she reacting like this?
Oh, we're teasing her. She's crazy about Casey's not
Literally.
Natalie. Oh, I see.
I mean, wouldn't.
Isn't she somewhere at the court tonight?
I think she's working.
Probably
You know what would be
what-
funny though? I think like if we keep going like we are, the whole courts are going to the whole freehold. There's you go. Are going to be aware of this infatuation, except for Natalie.
Do you think she did not realize anything?
I think she knows.
I
But-
think I'm entertaining a
She's
pleasant white life for.
I do not want to bring up bad things,
Really?
but
She's a perceptive one.
her job is to create desires with her body.
Well, it seems to be working, ain't it?
Or it does.
Your turn, Amelia. Amelia,
Work what Mother Nature gave you.
Amelia, your turn. Go ball.
Play with those balls.
Oh, let her be. It's alright, Amelia.
Straw lesbian faces. And she
Talking
just
about
slams
balls, well,
that ball.
Talking about balls, anyone seen Lint?
Well, I don't think he should be around
Mm,
here. He should be in the back.
Oh wait, that's what I just threw.
Canon, he was there.
I was about to say that he's at my home. I don't know how he.
Okay, yeah, you keep him home.
Yep.
Right. He's not at the bowling alley anymore.
Sometimes he's at the bowling alley, sometimes he's at my place, but
He's
this morning
he's
he
where
was
it's
at my place.
convenient.
I don't know why he'd be
Yeah,
at the
he's-
bowling alley.
Gab, cycle your camera.
Yep.
Oh, it's back. Don't touch any. No!
Yeah, what did you do?
You ruined everything.
I cried.
Yeah. All right.
Less than Marie, it seems. Yeah. I'm going to rain on that parade.
Oh, rain that parade.
You know, throughout the evening, Gacy will have had an enjoyable time, but the business from last night is still, rolling in his mind, and he still has the little baggie with the evidence he found, and he's just, massaging it and just playing with it through his pocket.
Massaging evidence, that seems unprofessional.
Look. And it just, clicks. I mean, I could do an investigation check, but I think I could also spend my informed condition and just
Succeed.
yeah. I think
And get a
that'd be-
beat.
I think that'd be appropriate. That'd be an appropriate
Absolutely.
use of informed.
Definitely. Get a beat. Succeed at your check.
Wait, we
Yeah.
got a condition for our failure last time, right?
Yeah.
What was it?
I think you never said.
Maybe I never said.
Do you have? Wait, I get a condition from Tony plus that.
You
No,
didn't get a
no,
condition from Tony.
No, you don't get. You didn't get. I misread the thing. You don't get a condition.
Let's say for now everything's okay. He uses his informed and
Yeah.
the shit that happened before because of the failure has come to pass. It's him finding out.
So yeah,
I think we're gonna go back to.
Is Dana? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I was about
good
to put
idea.
Bam. I was about to put Bam because Bam is so. So yeah, Casey is going to come in from behind Thaddeus and Serena, and he's going to lean in, just saying, "Come to my office.
What about?
Just want to chat."
So everything okay,
Yeah,
Casey?
something to chat about. Y'all continue. The alleys are yours.
No. If
All
you
right,
have a
we'll
chat,
save the beer for you.
If you have a chat, we can have it here. I don't mind.
Oh, I think if the Prince of Spring says, "Come talk with me," you're supposed to go talk with him, lad.
Let's go. The beer is not going to go away. If I
Fine.
finish it, I'll buy you another one.
Fair enough.
So yeah, we go into my office. Obviously, I am just wearing a shirt and nothing. No, nothing. I'm not in full police uniform or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I close.
Serena's still gonna check if there's a weapon in your room. She had bad experience.
I'll have a short answer for you. There is a gun safe.
She's gonna get between the gun safe and you.
Sure.
But I mean, at least it locked. So
Yeah,
if you wanted to get a gun, you'd have way enough time to run away.
Yeah. You'd have plenty of time.
Still
to
a bit
stop.
nervous.
Yeah,
Just a bit nervous.
Legitimate, but legitimate. But the point is, I can't
Legitimate.
just, just reach and have a gun. I need to. So I close the door behind me. What were you two doing in Persimon's office?
When? You'd have to be more specific. I think I didn't go to Persimon's office yesterday, did you?
I don't believe I did.
I have bits of you too. Long silver hair and a bit of bark.
I'm gonna lean in over the hair. To be very honest, that could be anyone's. I hardly call it proof of anything, really.
And am I supposed to be Bark now? Hey!
Something went missing.
Okay.
What did you two take?
I told you we weren't in. I can't speak for whatever she was doing, but I wasn't in Persimmon's office yesterday. The last time we were there, I think all 5 of us were, so I wouldn't know.
I do believe there were some trips, one-on-one, but if I can avoid that place, I will.
Y'all are going to make a little subterfuge check, please.
Sure.
I will give you 2 -1 and Chapeau +1 because he's got evidence that you need to fight against.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Would my thing to lie better apply?
Yeah, you're very much lying.
I realize I did not put any specialties. I'm gonna need to do that after. I'm not gonna do it now.
Yeah. So manipulation, subterfuge for our liars, and with empathy for our dearest police officer.
Like, I'm sure that something in fast talking could help you. So just give me a second while I'll look into that.
Yeah, well, my good old empathy checks.
Oh Lord.
My good old empathy checks.
I'm sorry, I'm a better liar than I thought.
Listen, I'm a terrible, terrible person at finding lies, so you know.
Not great.
You're not a really good detective.
Well, he's not a detective.
I'm not a
That is
detective.
Not alone.
very
so-
good.
I mean, last time
My-
we tried to solve a
my
case, he
professional-
kind of
my
did an
professional
overdose,
skills.
so...
My professional skills are streetwise and firearms.
So, here's how we're gonna go with that. Their alibi is credible, it makes sense, but you still got evidence. So for now, you're just, I don't have what I need to prove or find out that they were there. What they are telling me makes a lot of sense, but that doesn't mean you lose all suspicion that you might have had.
Yeah. I don't believe.
But for now, you're like,
I'm not like, oh, if
they're
you
right.
say it.
yeah, but you're like, what you're saying is right. Maybe not true, but right.
Do we know what has gone missing?
No. Well, I don't.
I would have expected Persimmon to take notes of what he has.
Persimmon was confused. Leaning with lots of intensity.
Enough that he wouldn't tell the lead investigator for his case.
He was in quite a state. I'll leave it at that.
From what you saw, he didn't look what went missing. He just jumped right at these little wipes.
He wasn't very. He was in shock, let's say.
Well, if ever you do find what's gone missing, then you should tell us. We'll be more than glad to help, won't we, Serena?
Well, frankly, if I ever find anything of relevance, Persimmon will be the first to know because it has been a break-in at his place of work.
And it is something that is being taken care of by royalty.
Well, he has called someone with police and investigation experience.
Well, one could even say that he's found himself a lapdog. Is there anything else that we can do for you, my prince?
Right now, what I don't need is your fucking attitude. Come clean if it's you or if you know anything. We can work.
Well, there's nothing for me to come clean about, so I can't say really.
Lo siento, Casey.
Fine. I just move out of the way of the door. You know, open the door, move out of the way.
I'm not quite sure how it works with this principality, but should one bow when leaving?
Get the fuck out of my office.
Fine. Therese is gonna leave.
Serena's gonna take a step and then stop. Casey, would you mind me asking something?
Yeah.
Do you know why you've been named king? Why you specifically?
Miller trust in me and moved me to role, I guess. I don't know. Don't know much. But I do hang on to what I know. That is that I'm somewhat made for what I do right now.
For once, I'm really not trying to put your work into this discussion, but isn't it odd that she'd take someone with such a little known background?
It's not the first time that those questions have been asked. And I ask them myself. I've been given the crown and I do. Oh, crown. I wear crown. I do my best to wear it the best.
Do you think someone could try to impede on your chances of actually getting the crown when the season comes?
I talked a bit about it with Natalie yesterday. I don't think that I have anyone, plotting against me.
I'm pretty sure Arthur didn't think that anyone was plotting against him.
Yeah, let's say that what happened to Arthur is putting me on guard. I'm not expecting anything to happen. Because thinking that way, if it was a power grab by Persimmon, can assume that it's for the better of the freehold, unless he's dramatically changed somehow.
Or been replaced by someone who looks exactly like him.
Changeling.
I have no idea. But something is at play right now.
But I'm definitely aware that there has been something against the winter. And I'm not putting aside that something may happen to spring. As a matter of fact, very much certain something happened spring already. Camilla disappeared.
I passed by the
It's been
library today.
keeping me up. And
I passed by the library today, and I had this thought, but then I told myself that perhaps I'd better ask you first. Would you allow me to do some digging into understanding who this Camilla is? Who she was?
yeah,
Would you happen to have
Yes.
her last name?
She never uses it.
It's okay, I have a
Like,
good
it's probably
list.
just her changeling identity anyway.
yeah. Probably find you something, but she went by Camilla wherever she went. Share or mononym.
Alright.
I may be able to dig out some files. But look, I just want to say that sorry.
It's okay. I'm used to being the usual suspect.
I think
But
you can understand where I'm coming from. Acting on
see,
what I think is
I am not holding it against you. You really are trying to do your best for, well, the freehold. I really don't trust Persimmon. Perhaps he's not the one trying to destroy the court right now, but I'm pretty sure he's pulling some strings to have things his way. And perhaps it would be good to know what he actually thinks of you, and if there's anything he's keeping from you.
if you want my opinion, Persimmon's words were pretty clear. No transfer of power until we understand and know what happened to the Winter Court. So take him those words. We search, find out what happened to the Winter. Pretty sure that whoever broke in the Autumn Court is linked. Well, they're pretty sure about that. Frankly, it makes sense. It's not you. Pretty sure you don't burn down buildings.
That would be a weird activity, perhaps an interesting one. If you get me the right to go somewhere and burn it down, please tell me. I will have fun doing that.
Not under any circumstance allow anyone to burn anything down.
Say to a cop.
Well, except if it's
Yet
my
say
car
to
and
see.
outside the town, but that's
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. As for what is going on right now, I'm asking you to be careful around Persimmon is all.
well, as I said, while I'm not willing to throw him under the bus wholesale, I am still uncomfortable about the normal cycle not on. Such best strategy is doing what he said, which is search, find out what happened about the Winter Court, because once we know, we can put that behind us and move on as usual. Persimmon would have no reason not to hand over power to the Winter Court.
Sorry. Y a quelque chose qui brûle chez toi, Ralph? Il y a comme le boucan qui passe en avant de ta
Oui,
tête.
oui, j'ai éteint ma chandelle.
Okay.
Me too. I was about to ask him because I was like,
I
why
would've
are you
noticed.
panicking? There's
It's in
so
my
much
face.
I
smoke.
will suppose that any smoke right in front of him would be,
Fairly visible.
Maybe he was so entranced by your scene that he wouldn't notice.
No, it's my
There's
my
a blaze in front of him, and
rose
he's like,
candle.
it's my fantastic bread tuber lighting that's just so mesmerizing.
Yep.
Anyways.
Could you imagine my house catching fire live on air?
The
That'd be good
views we
TV.
have.
That
the
is good
views, the content.
Do it for the fans.
for the content.
For Caro.
Anyway, I'll
Shout out to Kevin.
So 3 bodies to find before they do something. Should be easy with cameras everywhere. Locate the faces. I don't know. Shall we return?
So you return, people still having their beer and throwing some balls in the alley. You have graver look than when you left. What's with the long faces? Anything bad happen? Hope nothing to stop you for to enjoy the night.
sort of changed.
Thaddeus was his usual self, which made Casey angry. Right, Thaddeus?
He has a way to get on my nerves.
Oh,
This
don't
sounds
take it personal, Casey. He gets on all our nerves. Just give him a nudge.
I could even say get under my skin.
Ooh.
And Thaddeus is just gonna turn to Nick and go, then wonder, why the fuck do you keep me around?
Cause I like you fool.
No. I'm serious. All of you. Why the fuck do you keep me around?
Cause I need
I get
someone.
under your nerves like anything, and as soon as there's something going wrong, Casey, you turn to me as a culprit or a suspect. Serena has never shown her disdain of me. And I've been nothing but helpful and good to you. All of you. Every time you were down, Amelia, I was there to try to cheer you up. Casey, I was ready to go back to Moss Cackle so that you could have a trail, not even have your queen, have a trail for your queen. Serena, I dropped everything when you asked me to go and help Amelia. Everything. And you
I
pretended
asked you, but you could have
I'm
stayed
not
home.
done. And you told me that I was only there because I was your last call. I talked her out of prison. And what I got was more disdain. And I can tell here, for all of you, all 4 of you, what you're looking for, what your drives and aspirations are. What are mine? What am I looking for?
Revenge on your face.
Nick, Casey, you're looking for your queen. Amelia, you're looking for the people whom you care about. Serena, you're looking for your. You're looking for
Shut up!
finding any breed of possible emotion so that you grasp to the last threads you are. Nick, you're trying to look for your family. So what the fuck am I looking at?
You just
None of you fucking know because I'm a monkey for you. I'm funny. I make jokes. I'm useful when someone's in trouble.
Well,
So no,
perhaps
really.
if you were more fun to be around, would want to be around.
Go.
But
Let him speak.
So no, really, I'm asking all of you. Why the fuck did you keep me around?
Would you rather be out in the cold? We
Talking to-
pulled you out. We risked ourselves, and we keep doing so. And you think I turn to you as a culprit all the time. I try to take care of all of you and keep you out of trouble. You seem to have a very good instinct at finding it, getting under my skin, asking me if you should bow, and laughing at my title. I don't think I've acted regally for a single second. Mr. Loyal Subject.
I'm neither a subject of your court, nor nor a member of your, nor it is your season outside.
I know. So stop
So that's what it is.
acting and pretending like I'm asking you to do stuff because I'm some sort of regent.
Oh no, but you've certainly taken decisions for all of us. I mean, Daddy and Boy are now welcome members of our community. But you seem to be forgetting that they have locked Amelia behind iron bars. And that's water under the bridge, isn't it? Have you asked Amelia if she's comfortable with it? I thought so. So you try to hide it, but you do enjoy and you do take pleasure in taking decisions for all of us.
Pleasure. Think I actively enjoy whatever I'm doing. I've been thrust into this, and I try to claw my way through it day after day. But I fucking do it. Because that's the job I have. And I have an entire court looking up to me. If they're not looking down on me.
And you thrive on it. You thrive on having people to protect and to care for. But that's beside the point. Because look at that. I was actually being honest and transparent for one. And guess what? You tried to make it about yourself.
Strongly considering if Casey's trying to.
If you do seem aggressive, Nick's gonna intervene. So you can try.
Yeah, I think at the very least he's going to, get visibly
Like,
frustrated
take that
and angry.
aggressive step toward him.
Yeah.
Casey, calm down. Guys, both of you. Now, I understand this is fucking tense situations happening all around for us, alright? And Thaddeus, I'm sorry if you think we treated you like shit. Don't worry, we like you, buddy. I gave you a freaking job not because you sweep the floor clean nice, because I know you have a head on your freaking shoulders and because you're using it like a man. In case you're in love place because you know how to be a king and a good ruler and because you're taking good decisions. Sure, he decided that Nathan and Green could help us. But if it decided it, then it's our duty as his people, not as freaking servants or anything. Just because he's our friend and because we trust him and because he's a good man too, we know his decision was right. That's why we trust that decision. And that's why I trust we can have you around. And that's why I trust you. Being an employee, being a friend. I'm freaking playing a game I never played before, and I hate this. I shit at this game, and I'm here because I enjoyed all of you. Now don't you start throwing punches at each other. Or putting daggers in each other's back. I can hear it from the queens. I can hear it from from friggin' Persimmon. A puppeteer and bitches can do all they want, but I don't want to see any of you start stabbing each other. Or show you the door to the freehold, whoever you are. I care about all of you, and I care about a freehold. And I really hope that you do too. He's gonna take a step back from his hand on Casey. Now we're gonna sit down. We're gonna have a pint of beer. And we're gonna talk.
If there is any
Thaddeus, is
more.
that it? Look onto the others around you. We're all broken, and you make no exception. Forgives upon the others the fault that you yourself do. We're all shards of a broken mirror. When you look onto others, it's the reflections of yourselves. The hurt that you bring to others bring to you, and you must learn forgiveness. Because we are all broken. It's just the sad reality of the world we live in. Never complete. But we can be made whole by the others around us. And the same goes for you, Casey. If you want to be wise ruler, you must recognize your own weakness, not just that of others. And on this, I think that you all need either rest or talk. So I'll be on my way, go back home, walk in. Don't have to worry about me there. I'll be all right. But we've all been there. And others will be there in the future. And he gets up. Get ready to leave. Leave you to your own business on his parting words of wisdom.
I'm
Joey
gonna
at the
go
bar pretends he didn't see all that, sipping on a drink.
I'm gonna go get myself a drink.
Joey's just, are you
Still-
all right?
Still on the house.
All right. Are you okay? Says Joey to Thaddeus.
Just pull a beer, please.
I mean, that was a rhetorical question. I know the answer.
I've
Okay.
said my piece. Just pull. Just pull.
All right, all right. And he pours a pint of beer. And like the boss said on the house,
Thaddeus is still gonna leave $5 on the counter.
all right, but that's just tip.
He's gonna come back and lean on one of those, higher tables. He's not gonna sit down but like there's the tables, and he's just gonna lean towards it and look at the other four.
Casey's going to furiously throw balls down the lane.
Yeah.
Mostly focus on the game.
Fair. I'll note it down.
I'm gonna go for a walk. And she's gonna leave, and she's very much on the edge of breaking down.
Ooh.
Can I try and intercept you before you leave?
You can try, yeah, sure.
Nick will just come right in front of you. And he's not aggressive or anything. He's like, sweetheart, I know this is a lot. I understand you want to go outside and leave all of this behind right now. But I'd really appreciate if you stayed with us.
Oh, you have no fucking clue, Nicholas. And she's gonna pass, and she's gonna go.
I'm not holding you back. You, sweetheart, you gonna walk on us too? Or do you want to sit down, have a minute and talk?
What is there to add?
Well, we're talking about how we feel. The deal says he feels like we treat him like shit. I respect that. I think we gotta talk about it and work about it.
Well, if Thaddeus doesn't want us to treat him like shit, perhaps he shouldn't treat.
Sweetheart, I'm not a psychologist, and I sure hell ain't a genius. But I know when you're trying to solve a problem, you don't go accusing the other folks. How do you feel?
The temperature is gonna drop.
No, I know those tricks. Don't start using the mask on me.
And it's just gonna keep dropping. I'm quite alright.
You can see Nick being sad. Like it shows in his face that he's really disappointed.
Like at this point, the frost is probably just like almost cracking and everything. If Thaddeus doesn't feel like he belongs, that's his deal.
I thought the summer court loved to fight. You don't look like you want to fight much. You look like you're ready to leave that problem behind and flee from it, instead of solving it like a real soldier, a real warrior, like a firefolk.
No, but she said it when we went to help Amelia, didn't she? I'm the last person she'd want to turn to.
Why would I want to turn to someone who's so out of control? Who will drink his life out one night, step in and blabber his way through anything, through probably anyone. How can I trust someone who's so good with words? How can I trust someone who will play the law and others in his favor if ever he needs it? How do I know you're not playing those with us?
Because I could have said out loud about what you're actually looking for, and I didn't.
See? It's pretty hard to not think that you're playing a game. And that you know exactly which card to place where. You're right. I don't know shit about you except that the first thing you did was try to frame me as a loyalist. And I'm pretty sure it somehow worked. So what I know of you is that you're able to get all the information you want on anyone else. And if you're setting your mind on something, you will get it. I don't like that. Not one bit. I don't feel safe around that. Not one bit.
I'm gonna go look for Amelia. Try not to kill each other while I'm gone.
If we killed each other, we'd give job to Casey and he doesn't need more work.
Joey comes in with 3 glasses. You're just, you look like you all were real thirsty and having some little problems, and I thought maybe you wanted to relax. And he placed it down. It's like a little plate with the 3 glasses, and there's like little pills. There. On the house.
Wait, is that alcohol plus pills or is that water plus pills?
It's water and pills.
Okay. We still have a pint, right?
Yeah. So he turns
Serena's
it back
gonna-
and just, if you don't want them, don't bring them back. It's kind of expensive.
Serena's not gonna go for the pills, but she's gonna take a glass and fill it with alcohol, chug it, fill it again, and start chugging.
All right, so she's into alcohol. Anybody wants to get into drugs?
I've had bad experiences. I'll stay away.
Yeah, it's a little too recent.
Yeah.
Too soon, too soon.
Yeah.
He just looks at you, not taking his thing over the counter. He's just, man, that the party blew. All right, so I don't know if you want to add more or if you just go quiet and leave without addressing it anymore, which is perfectly fine too. Maybe we can give some Amelia and Nick time, and then you can figure out if you want to say something or leave it
Does
at that.
Thaddeus just brood, or does he go for the pills?
Thaddeus does not take the pill.
Do it like
Actually, no, he's gonna take the pill, and he's gonna pocket it.
Serena's gonna leave after her second glass. Doing an express bow, well, an intense bow to Thaddeus, saying goodnight to Casey. And she's gonna go.
Night, Amelia.
Serena.
First of
Amelia
all,
can sleep well too, you know.
in my I hardly remember the title of the campaign, so y'all cut me some slack.
So
Clelia's gonna look at Casey finish his glass. And just go, Persimmon knows more about you than he lets on. And he's gonna leave.
Make sure you're safe, especially when you take that. Be comfortable, it'll be a wild ride.
He's not gonna answer anything, but just gonna do a thumbs up while he leaves.
So I think we can cut to Nick and Amelia.
Where are you outside? Are you like furiously storming off to X direction? Do I have to take my car and search for you and get Haru to help me, or?
Amelia!
No,
Amelia!
she's quite literally got outside to get some fresh air. Took like 3 steps to the right, leaned on the wall, and crumbled down, crying.
So you'll probably see Nick just like walk outside, look left and right, be like ready to like run in an direction, and then just turn around and see you, and kind of his shoulders kind of relax, and he's happy you're nearby and safe. He'll come in without saying a word. He'll just put his back against the wall where you are and sit on the floor next to you.
I'm fine.
It's all right, sweetheart. You don't have to say a word. And he'll just kind of take your hand, kind of squeeze it a bit.
I just thought for a second I could just have an evening with my friends and just forget. And then I just learned I made another terrible mistake. It's gonna cost someone else, and it's not even supposed to be about me, but I lost too many people while being in a cage. And I thought that he knew why we took him out. And mostly, like, I would have put anyone out of it. It's just, we wouldn't have kept him around us if we didn't like him. I thought it was clear, but it wasn't. And
He'll get it. He's having a hard time, and I think we're all having a hard one. Well, I think deep down he knows, sweetheart. Or else he wouldn't try to be nice and I don't know. He's always been a good boy from what I've seen. I think he just needs a bit of time. Don't be hard on yourself. This is some kind of vicious emotion we never really see coming. You know, sometimes you spend time with people, you appreciate them, and you kind of forget that you have to be careful because they're people too. Or they could be gone the next day and such.
Nick, my fetch killed my sister. I made a terrible decision. Then I went in a cage for years, and then I came back and my sister was gone. And all I had is you guys. All I ever have is you guys. Because there's no way my parents or my brother will ever believe that I'm not that. And
At that point, he's just gonna take you in.
she's gonna cry on you!
Yeah. Oh,
Yay!
sweetheart.
Crying!
He doesn't say a word for the next 15 minutes, and he just holds you. I think we can
I
cut
think
that.
that's a good end for your scene. Tony, you wanted to do something?
Yes. Thaddeus is gonna go to the apartment, rummage around
Betty.
for something, and head to the church.
Oh, fuck.
Is Serena there?
No. She texted me.
Emilia probably is
Womp,
there.
womp.
So no, I'm saying anything. What the fuck is it?
He's going to ask Father Mo if he can have paper and pen.
Oh, of course, always.
He's gonna write a letter, fold it, put it on a stack of much, much, much older paper, and take the bundle and give it to Father Mo and go, can you please give this to Serena when she comes back?
All right, what is this about, little Thaddeus?
I suppose me trying to be a better person.
If you so desire, you can. The Lord is with you, Thaddeus.
At this point, Father, I'll take all the help I can get.
He just places his hand on your cheek, and he's just, you have all the help that you need here.
And at the contact, the first physical contact he hasn't had in years, decades, centuries even, that wasn't overtly sexual. He's just gonna lean into Father Mo's shoulder and cry.
Oh. He comforts you and lets you let it out. So eventually you probably go back to your home after you take some time with Father Mo.
Yeah.
He's there for you. believes in you and lets it know. Gab, Serena is out and about, having fun, forgetting about her problems, bar crawling. Nick going back home.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Can I have a short scene with Casey? I'll do a little. I'll go
All right,
drive.
all right, all right.
I would drive Amelia
Like,
home, and then I do a
it's
little
okay.
video.
I don't mind if we go a little over 11, but let's keep it to
I'm closing the bowling alley and then heading home, so
fair.
I'm available.
I'll probably just wait at your door if you ever show up home. If you don't, then I'll.
I do. As I said, I'm closing. I'm playing bowling until like late, and then closing up. So you can join me and intercept me
Right there.
whenever.
Yeah, so Nick will be waiting at your home. He's not inside, obviously. He's not that
Oh.
kind of guy.
All right.
Yeah, he's at the front steps of your apartment.
So yeah, I come in late, but I arrive. Evening.
Night.
Should I put some coffee on?
No, I won't be here long, Casey. I just I just want to say I'm sorry for screaming at you earlier.
Yeah, well, probably lunch. Daddy isn't. So
I I also wanted to tell you that I might be leaving for a week.
right. Well, what about if
Well, I'm gonna wait for all this buzz to end, and then I was thinking of trying to go find my daughter's grave, and I want to know if you'd like to come with me after we solve this mess together.
that whole mess behind us? Haven't had much
Did it?
while.
Did did Amelia talk with you about what a fetch did?
I told her. So I take it. Told you.
Hey, she did.
After that whole debacle, I looked it up. I told her that I wouldn't do it. And was hurt. Been checking with her every day. I don't think tonight will help.
No, no, I don't think so. But I think it helped the other ones. I know it sounds stupid, but I feel like Faria's been built in that on his shoulders for a while now. And saying that out loud probably just helped him. It's like the boulder you keep moving uphill. What's the
Yeah.
myth? I can't for
Well, I think for all his talk about being a people person, I don't think he's very good at people. But neither am I, so it doesn't go well.
I just think you just don't have these There's an expression in French for that. What do you call it? Atoms, hooked atoms, or something like that.
I don't know.
Just don't be too harsh on yourself. I'll go talk to the boy tomorrow, see how he feels. I think Amelia mostly needs rest and time, and I'm not very sure what to do with Spanish girl, so
Frankly, she's been all the more mature.
I'm not gonna be the one to whine for that. All right, Casey. Well, as I said, I'm not gonna be bothering you much. I just wanted to make sure you could come home.
Yeah, it's not the first day of conflict, misery that I go through.
No, and I got a feeling it ain't the last either. But you know,
I just wanted these.
without
Thinking of,
what
thinking of, worrying about everyone.
the 31st is coming. We could buy you a dream catcher if you want.
Yeah. Jack offered good night's sleep on the market, which sounds like a good idea.
Problem with good night's sleep, but there's their one use.
Yeah.
Let's try and get something a little bit more permanent for you.
I don't know. For our talk, I just hate how every time I have questions and problems turn to, but fuck, just knows what we need to know. Troubles with fetches, Persimmon. Troubles with magical thingamajigs, Persimmon. Troubles with weird fucking dreams every night, Persimmon. God damn it.
It's to wonder what the other kings are for.
All being bowed to it. Just not the, the kind, aloof, crazy aunt that Camilla was. I'm the asshole father. Just bears down on your shoulders.
Oh, come on, you ain't that bad for a father. You're there for your kids. That's a big step up from a few. You say that, and you say they're angry at you, but I remember when Siobhan was 6, she, I had to take her away from the street. She was playing in the street, and she was so mad at me. She was angry. She was said, Dad, I want to play in the streets. Well, she didn't have the shitty accent I had, but she used to. Anyways, the point is, sometimes you know better. Sometimes you get that anger, but deep down you know you're doing the right thing. And later on, they'll be like, thanks that I did get a hand over by a car. I'm not really good with words either, but you get the point.
Yeah. Doesn't change the fact that, well, Tonight's little family reunions.
All right, that's a story. I can't say no to that. But as I said, I think everyone got a stone off their chest. Maybe now we can build something with that rock.
Yeah.
Maybe more solid foundations or something. All right.
Anyways, when that's all behind us, I'll go with you. It'll take my mind off things. Just, have a moment with the old man.
Who you calling old? We can cut there.
And you all eventually, some sooner than others and some very late, go to bed. Amelia, you rest your eyes for a moment and think of Natalie a little comfort in your interest of the day. Amelia's back hits the wall behind her, pushing her against it. Natalie. Passionately, she kisses you. Her hands caresses your body as the heat rises in the room. Amelia stops for a moment, the kissing and petting, and just, is it really happening? But it wasn't. It was just another night, just another dream. No use in fighting it, though. No harm in enjoying the moment it's there. And as you keep on enjoying yourself, a cold breeze fills the air, like an invisible door had flung open. Natalie stopped her, petting and kissing, to look Amelia in the eyes. You're so good. Such a beautiful heart. And then a sharp pain in your chest. You look down, and you see her hand right through your chest, grabbing at your heart. And you look up to see yourself. Soon 'twill be mine. And you fall on the ground with the sharp pain. And the other one leaves, leaving you on the ground in pain. That's it for tonight.
So another fantastic ending. This has been episode 15 of the Chronicles of Twigs and Reckoning. Ralph, would you mind doing the music?
Yes, the first song was Istanbul by They Might Be Giants, and the ending is She by Winona Oak.
So thank you very much for having been with us. As most of the time, we'll be back next week, same time. In the meantime, stay safe, wash your hands, and good night.
Good night, guys.